Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism. I do not own the rights to the songs being played. This is for entertainment purposes only and in accordance with fair use. The music is credited to the various companies.
नैया ने पूछा कि भैया से सबसे प्यारा कौन है मेरे पापा पापा तेरे पापा चंदा ने पूछा तारों से तारों ने पूछा तारों से सबसे प्यारा कौन है तेरे पापा सागर में पूछा नैया से नैया ने पूछा चिड़ैया से सबसे प्यारा मेरे पापा तेरे पापा चंदा ने पूछा तारों से तारों ने पूछा तारों से सबसे प्यारा तेरे पापा तेरे पापा
Address, now they come in now.
स्मरेत पुंडरीकाक्षम स बाह्याभ्यंतरः शुचिः Privado. You come this way. Om hastau prakshalanam samarpayami. Om hastau prakshalanam samarpayami. Om hastau prakshalanam samarpayami. Fall level, right?
Next one.
Sipping water. Right hand into Om Keshavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Keshavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Naraya Namaha Swaha. Om Naraya Namaha Swaha. Wash back your hand. Om Hastau Prakshalanam Samarpayami. Om Kushasito Deva Kushmadhe Janardana Kushagre Shankaro Deva Kusha Painti Samarpayami. Om Kushasito Deva Kushmadhe Janardana Kushagre Shankaro Deva Kusha Painti Samarpayami. Right hand ring finger. Kushasito Reva, Kushamadhijana, Jana Kushagre Shankaro Reva, Kusha Painti Samarapayami. Just now, is it wrong? We're back the next time. Yeah. Right. When I go line up, you'll stay by the head.
For me?
Yeah. Sorry. You got him and get him flowers.
Yes.
And yeah, have Avikash. I'll leave. Right. Sitaram, Namaste to one and all. This morning, you have all gathered here to bid farewell to this body that we have known as by the name of Rajendra, Bobby, or what, Sookdeo, right? Whatever way you have known him, whatever name you have called him, today we are going to dispose of this body, this physical body. The soul will have to move on to another body when the time is right. So all we are doing today is to do the rites, to prepare this body to do the cremation. A simple ceremony. So we are going to be decorating the body to send it back to the Lord. Because they tell you, out of the 8,400,000 species of life form, the only form that could take you back to God is a human body. And a human body, when we get it, is to realize God or to realize our true self. But yet, when we get this body, we just do the things that just take you furthest from God. We don't do the things that will take you to God or to realizing your true self, to stop this sansar of keep coming and going in this world. Right? We just choose that ourselves. Due to the karmas of past, so when we come, we just want to complain that things not good, but who have it that way? Nobody didn't make it that way for you, we make it ourselves. Whatever situation we're going through is because of karma that we have performed, that we have to reap the benefit. Today, Bobby has come to the end of his lifespan. Today, we are going to just bid farewell to this body. And it's a day that we should all understand is a day for us to reflect on our life. Is how you want people to remember you. They want to remember you as the man that caused all the conflict and problem in the place, a man that is to assist or help people when they need. And that's the only thing I could carry it, the good or bad karma that you do. After a while, people will forget the name. They go past and they will say, "Hey, man, why nearby? He was living there. You know, he used to help me, he used to run me when he see me." That is all it is, remember, you know? Nothing else. Is your action that is remember. The good or bad. This fate away to all of us one day. But this body is called the Stula Sharira body. This physical body, the gross body. And the idea is to get out of this body to merge back into one with the Lord. So that you don't have to come back again into this world. But we just do everything, as I said before, not to realize the true self. So at this time, we just do a little the sankalp and invocation mantras before we start the actual Antyeshti Sanskar or the funeral rites on behalf of the soul. So at this time, I'll ask you all to just stand for a few minutes as we do the sankalp. So we are asking Lord Vishnu, wherever the sun, the moon, the stars are in the sky, whatever day, whatever part of the day, whatever time of the day, whatever fortnight, we are going to perform this Antyeshti Sanskar with today. And once this part of it is done, we have to complete all rites. Because a declaration of what we are going to do, an oath or a vow that we are taking here today, and not only for today. Avikash will be taking his vow that he will be able to complete the shaving, the bandara, and possibly 1 year rites. This is part of this declaration today. All rites associated with death. Om Shri Vishnura Vishnura Vishnu Adhya Shri Brahmano Nidvite Parade Shri Shwetaha Varaha Kalpe Vaishvashvan Manvantare Astavim Satitame Kali Yuga Kali Pratama Charane West Indies Khande Trinidad Deshe Xavier Marge Chaguanas Nagare Punya Kshatre Bhaura Vartamana Yatasam Vatare Amuka Yane Amuka Mase Amuka Pakshe Amuka Titau Amuka Vasare Amuka Nakshatre Amuka Yoge Amuka Karane Amuka Rashi Stite Surya Amuka Rashi Stite Shashankecha Shesheshu Graheshu Yata Yata Rashi Stane Stiteshu Amuka Gotraha Kashyapa Gotraha Amuka Namaha, they call it correct name, Yajma Namaha Amuka Gotrasya Kashyapa Gotrasya Amuka Pretasya, take a name. Rajendra Sookdeo Pretatvani Varnartam Antyeshti Karam Aham Karishye Om Shri Vishnura Vishnura Vishnu. Put the flowers in the box. Just line it up in front of me. Let's get my couple again. We do one. Om. Oh, let's take one flowers each in the hand. Right. Om Yam Brahma Varunindra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Devyaista Vairai Veraya Sangha Parakramopanishidair Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Vastitatare Gatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yashyantam Navirur Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Shantakaram Bhujakashayinam Parmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrisham Megavaranam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanainam Yogi Viridhyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhaiharam Sarvaloke Kanatam Om Shri Vishnu Vishnu. So you could all have your seats. At this time, we'll begin the rites. We are simply offering a spiritual bath now. Then we'll place chandan, perfume, mala, arti, pinna in the hand and the gold. And I basically, the funeral rites. So you just sprinkle water on the the body 5 times. Om Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrite Stane Shava Nimitam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam Om Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Amuka Pretasya Mrite Stane Shava Nimitam Snana Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam 2 Om Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrite Stane Shava Nimitam Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam Om Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrite Stane Shava Nimitam Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Let it go and carry forward. Om Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrite Stane Shava Nimitam Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam Om Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrite Stane Shava Nimitam Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Spray perfume around the body. Om Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrite Stane Shava Nimitam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam Om Adhya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Mrite Stane Shava Nimitam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam ओम ध्यामुख गोत्रस्य मुख प्रेतस्य मृते स्थाने शव निमित्तं गन्धं मय दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्. Polimala. ओम ध्यामुख गोत्रस्य मुख प्रेतस्य मृते स्थाने शव निमित्तं पुष्पं माला मय दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्. ओम ध्यामुख गोत्रस्य मुख प्रेतस्य मृते स्थाने शव निमित्तं पुष्पं माला मय दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्. ओम पुष्पं माला मय दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्. About your one again? Anybody want to put it there? She put it on that. ओम ध्यामुख गोत्रस्य मुख प्रेतस्य मृते स्थाने शव निमित्तं पुष्पं माला मय दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्. At this point, I'll ask you all to stand while you do arti. So we've been the arti 5 times, right? So when you're done, each one of them, rest around the box for now. Each one of them 3 times, and then only walking around the box 5 times. Good. ओम यम द्वारे महाघोरे अंधेना तत्सावृत्रे तत्वरलोकानार्ताय दीपोयम उपतिष्ठताम्. ओम ध्यामुख गोत्रस्य मुख प्रेतस्य मृते स्थाने शव निमित्तं दीपं मय दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्. ओम ध्यामुख गोत्रस्य मुख प्रेतस्य मृते स्थाने शव निमित्तं दीपं मय दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो. और कोई न केवनवारा हो. और कोई न केवनवारा हो. फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. तू चाहे तू सब कुछ कर दे. विष को भी अमृत कर दे. तू चाहे तू सब कुछ कर दे. विष को भी अमृत कर दे. पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा. पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा. जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा हूँ, तेरे नाम की माला जपत रहो। तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा हूँ, तेरे नाम की माला जपत रहो। भव सागर से मोरी नैया, भव सागर से मोरी नैया, क्षण में जो किनार करे, क्षण में जो किनार करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे। श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। um, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Good. Ano mic. So, grab a bhajan by Zan. Well, good. Sarong follow.
भी अकेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला। जिनके लिए गई तूने महल सजाई, मतलब की यार सारी सभी है पराई। जिनके लिए गई तूने महल सजाए, मतलब की यार सारी सभी है पराई। इनके लिए है कितना तूने दुख झेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला। काहे तू आया जग में, क्या तुझको करे ना, नेकी करम कर ले, दुनिया से धरे ना। काहे तू आया जग में, क्या तुझको करे ना, नेकी करम कर ले, दुनिया से धरे ना। पाप किया गन में खुद को हाँ, 2 दिन का जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। हरि की शरण जो हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिरे, जीवन को पाले। हरि की शरण जो हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिरे, जीवन को पाले। खेल जगत का सारा उसी ने है खेला, 2 दिन का जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी एक झूठ सपना, गैरों की दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी एक झूठ सपना, गैरों की दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। सबकी रहते हुए मैं हूँ अकेला, 2 दिन का जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन का जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। कोई भी रहा ना जग में, सबको है जाना, झूठी जगत में तूने किया है चुकाना। कोई भी रहा ना जग में, सबको है जाना, झूठी जगत में तूने किया है चुकाना। रहा न तू कोई, तू और अकेला, 2 दिन का जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए है, 2 दिन का मेला। 2 दिन का जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। 2 दिन का जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, खेलने तू खेला, करनी है सो कर ले बंदे, करनी है सो कर ले बंदे, फिर नहीं आना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। कौड़ी कौड़ी करके चोरी, कौड़ी कौड़ी करके चोरी, मालिक जाना है, संग न जाए कर ले बंदे, संग न जाए कर ले बंदे, फिर पछताना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन
कौन
ठिकाना
ठिकाना
है,
है,
एक
एक
दिन
दिन
हमें
हमें
भी
भी
जाना
जाना
है,
है,
एक
एक
दिन
दिन
हमें
हमें
भी
भी
जाना
जाना
है,
है।
एक दिन हमें भी
हम्म,
जाना है।
That's right. At this time, most of the rites have already been completed for this body. So at this time, I am opening the floor for if anybody has anything to say or wants anything to say, sing a bhajan. It is open now. Please ask to come, or if anybody have prepared the eulogy, anything, they will do that. Yeah. That's, Rishi, go ahead. Ranjit, the eulogy.
Today we gathered with heavy hearts to say goodbye to my uncle, Bobby. For my mother, he was her only sibling. For me, he was more than an uncle. He was someone I grew up with, someone who helped shape the home I was raised in, and someone I could go to for guidance. All my life, I knew him as a hardworking man, a man who believed in getting up every day and doing what had to be done. He was always on the grind, always making sure business was handled and that his home was taken care of. He wasn't someone who cared for fancy things. He simply believed in helping where he could, and he did so to many people. Like many hardworking men, he believed in working hard and playing hard too. He enjoyed his drink, his time to relax, and the simple things in life. He lived in a real and honest way. The past 6 months were some of the hardest he ever faced. First, losing his son, a pain no parent should ever have to carry, and then having to fight his own battle. It was a difficult road. But one thing about him, he was a fighter. There were days when he felt tired, days when he felt like giving up, and we would remind him of all his life he never gave up. Through every challenge, every struggle, he always pushed forward. And even until the last day before leaving our home, he was still trying. He fought with the same determination that defined his entire life. Unfortunately, this was one battle he could not win. If I'm being honest, I wasn't ready to let go. He was one of the people I could turn to when needed. When something in life didn't make sense, he always seemed to have a solution or a way to look at things differently. And now, when I walk around this home, I realize just how much he did to keep things running. His presence filled this home in ways we are only beginning to understand. But while he may no longer be physically here with us, his legacy remains. His work ethic, his strength, his willingness to help others, his determination to keep going no matter what life brought his way. Those are the things he leaves with us. Grief is the price we pay for love. And today, our grief shows just how much he meant to us. We will miss his presence. We will miss his guidance. We will miss the role he played in his family and his home. But we will always carry the lessons he showed us through the way he lived his life. Rest peacefully, Uncle Bobby. Your work here is done. You will never be forgotten. Thanks.
Thank you for those words on behalf of your uncle. Who else?
Today we are gathered with a heavy heart but also with gratitude to remember a man who meant so much to all of us. A father who worked hard, stood strong, and always made sure his children were taken care of. My dad was a tough man. He believed in discipline, responsibility, and doing what had to be done. He wasn't the kind of man to speak soft words, but the love he had for his family showed in his life, his work so hard to provide for us. He was truly a jack of trade, whether it was carpentry, masonry, or any kind of work that needed to be done. He always found a way. With his hand, he built, repaired, and fixed things, but most importantly, he built a life for his family. Being a mason and a skilled tradesman meant long days in the sun, tired muscles, and plenty sacrifice that he carried the responsibility with strength because he wanted to make sure his children were all right. Every block he laid, every board he cut, every job he took on was another step towards giving his family stability and security. Rain or sun, tired or not, he went out there, did what he had to do so that there was always food on the table and a roof over our heads. In true Caribbean fashion, he believed in father duty was simple. Work hard, stand firm, and protect your family. And that is exactly what he did. The lesson he gave us about hard work, resilience, and standing on our own 2 feet will stay with us forever. A mason understands that a strong structure needs a solid foundation in the same way Dad built his family on strength, sacrifice, determination. Some lessons he taught with words, but most he taught by example he set every single day. Today, I also remember my brother Avinash, who passed on before that. Losing a brother is something that never truly leaves your heart. But I know losing his son was a pain that Dad carried quietly. But we take comfort in believing that they are together again, united in peace. Dad, no longer here with us physically, but the foundation he built is still standing strong. His, be- his strength lives in us, his value lives to his family, and the life he worked so hard to build will continue. I will miss his presence, his guidance, even his tough ways, because those tough ways helped shape the person I am today. Dad, thank you for every sacrifice you made, for every long day of work, for the strength you passed down to me. You built more than houses and walls. You built a family that will carry legacy forward. Rest easy, your work is done. The foundation you built for me is strong, and I will carry it always.
Now we have a few words from one of his friends by name of Peck. They didn't give me a correct name, they just said Peck.
Morning, my dear gathering people. May God bless us and have mercy upon us. Thank God for all the boons and favors that He had bestowed upon us. Those that we recognize and those that we did not recognize. I just want to say a few words on behalf of Bobby. I have known Bobby for almost all of my life. We grew up together. We have worked together for more than 40 years. Even of recently, just about a month ago, we worked together. He was sick, but we were there. Bobby was a very good person to me. As a matter of fact, he has been a good person that I have known to everybody. There's not a thing that you would ask Bobby to do for you or for something and he would refuse. If he couldn't do it for you, he would never tell you no. He'll say about it in some close time. He would never ever refuse you. He was a really good soul. Bobby was more than a friend to me. We never lived like friends. We lived like we were brothers. If he could have told you that no, he would have said it to you. For the past couple of weeks that I have been around him, it was a really trying period because to see him, being sick and all, and I saw not one day did I ever come here to see Bobby or with Bobby. I never think in my wildest dream. I never said to Bobby, I never thought of it that Bobby will die. I never thought that. I used to come and I said, the encouragement, I said, Bob, walk. I had to walk in a boy. I said, watch me, we have plenty work to go and do. And I used to tell him that. I never think negative about, he's going to die. Never, never, never. Even the last day that I saw him in the hospital, he wasn't all at 100%. Still never crossed my mind that he was going to die. Yes, we have to die. We know that. All of us have to die one day, but it never ever crossed my mind that Bobby was going to die then. As I said before, Bobby is one of the good ones. I'm going to miss him a whole lot. I know that. It was very, very close. This is a real hurt to the family. I know that. I've been around them for a little bit, and I can tell you that the loss of Avinash and now Bobby. But says what? At the end times, this is how it's going to be. You all have to go down that road. For all those who took care of him, may God bless them. God never peace and comfort in their lives. Give them happiness in their lives. Thank you.
Thanks. I'd like to thank his friend here, Peck, for speaking from his heart about Bobby. Is there anyone else? Or if not, I'll ask. To do if anybody else want to do a bhajan, a song, anything before we take over. Yeah, give Shri, yeah.
कोई नाले जय है धनवान की कटरिया, कोई नाले जय है धनवान की कटरिया, बान की कटरिया रामा, बान की कटरिया, बान की कटरिया रामा, बान की कटरिया, कोई नाले जय है जन बान की कटरिया। जहाँ यमराज पलंग पर बैठे, जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे, उलट गए दोनों नैन पटरिया, उलट गए दोनों नैन पटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन पान की गटरिया, मार ही सोता प्राण निकाले, मार ही सोता प्राण निकाले, प्राण लोकाई कोठरिया कोठरिया, प्राण लोकाई कोठरिया कोठरिया, कोई नाले जय धन पान की गटरिया। चार प्रहर मिले काट उठावे, चार प्रहर मिले काट उठावे, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया, कोई नाले जय धन बांध की गटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन बांध की गटरिया। कहत कबीर सुनो है साधु, कहत कबीर सुनो है साधु, छूट गए सब महल उतरिया, छूट गए सब महल उतरिया, कोई नाले जय धन बांध की गटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन बांध की गटरिया।
Right. At this time, I do a few verses from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्तये भक्तस्त्वं पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमः श्रीभगवानुवाच मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्त उपासते श्राद्धया परयोपेतस्ते मे युक्तमामतः ये देशमामव्यक्तं परयोपासते सर्वत्रागमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थामचलं ध्रुवम् सनिध्यं येन्द्रियाग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुधया ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूता हि ते रताः क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्ते क्षामव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्धुकम् देहाविद्भिरवाप्यते ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्त्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यर्यन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धारतं मृत्यु संसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मया वेशितचेतसाम् मय्येव मन अधात्स मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवासिष्यसि मय्येव अत उर्वन् संशयः अत चित्तं समाधतुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुम् अनञ्चय अभ्यासे यसमर्थेसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मद्धर्तामपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमावाप्स्यसि अतैताप्यसक्तोऽसि कर्तुमद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं तथा कुरु यतात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यास संज्ञान ध्यानं विशेष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलात्यगस् त्यागचन्तिरनन्तरम् अर्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्री करुणा एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखश्रेमी सन्तुष्ट सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मयर्पिता मनोबुद्धिर्यो मर्भक्ता समे प्रियः यस्मन् मनोद्विजते लोको लोकानो च यः हर्षमर्षा भयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यास च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षा सुचरदक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यताः सर्वारम्भा परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमन्या सर्वे प्रियः समाशस्त्रौ च मित्रे च ततमनापमनयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्या निन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतास्थिरम्भतिर्भक्तिर्मने मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्मयामृतमिदं यतोक्तं पर्युपासते श्राद्धदानमात्परमा भक्तास्तेऽतीव मे प्रियः ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः. So this was the entirety of chapter 12 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is one of the shorter verses, which is comprised of 20 slokas. And basically this was just after Lord Krishna had shown Arjuna his Swarupa form, his universal form, where all he was seeing was body parts all over, nothing attached to anybody. First he had shown him the Chaturbhuja form or the forearm form, and then Arjuna had told him, he said, wanted to see more. But upon seeing that form, in that horrible gross state, Arjuna become frightful and he started to beg Lord Krishna not to see it. You know, sometimes somebody can't stand the sight of blood, but they have somebody get caught and they're running, going to see the blood, and as they reach a fall down right there, that was Arjuna at that point. He wanted to see the true form of God, and upon seeing it, he became fearful and started to beg the Lord not to see it. So chapter 12 after that, Arjuna is telling Lord Krishna here. He said, the devotees who with their mind constantly fixed on you as shown above, adore you as possessed of form and attributes, and those who adore as the supreme reality only indestructible, unmanifest Brahma. Of these two types of worshippers, who is the best of yoga? So he tell him, he say, with all these form, people believe God to be form, like we just make an image of God, we put a form and we say that is God. But yet he is in this indestructible, formless form, without form. So he wants to know within this two, with the form and the formless, which is the better of the two, which we should follow. So chapter 12 is based on Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti, right? So here the Lord is speaking. He said, I consider them both to be the best yogis, who endowed with supreme faith and ever united through meditation with me, worship me with the mind centered on me. Those, however, who fully controlling their senses and even-minded towards all and devoted to the welfare of all beings, constantly adore as their very self the unthinkable, omnipresent, indestructible, indefinable, eternal, immovable, unmanifest, and changeless Brahma. They too come to me. So whatever way you worship God, sincerely, with love, devotion, you will attain God. It have no fixed way to worship God. No one way. Because somebody might be God in one form and they worship God sincerely, they will reach God. Right? But what we just do, if a man worshiping God and they don't like that way, you go tell him that wrong. That is not the business of a man worship God. You worship God and forget what the man doing. And then we just want to know why we have problem with life, because we don't mind our own business, we mind people's business. Whatever way a man chooses to worship God, let him worship God. Because he will realize God through that if he's sincere. But if you study the man business, what are you going to do? It says keep coming back into this world of life and birth and death. And sufferation. This is all it's have in this life, you know. In this human body. What it is this human body consists of? Lord Krishna tells you it consists of filth, faces, urine, and blood that we just scorn and it come out of the body. This is this human body. So know God in whatever way you want to know God. Worship God. Of course, the strain is greater for those who have their mind attached to the unmanifest. For atonement with the unmanifest is attained with difficulty by those who are centered in the body. So he's telling you now, of the two, the one that have an image and the one without an image, it is more difficult for that person who worship God without an image to attain God. Because the problem is to focus the mind on that unmanifest, that without a form. When you have a form, you don't say that you use that form. You're just using that form to help the mind focus on what you're going to do. It becomes easier for you. Because if I tell you close your eye and focus your mind in nothingness, what are you going to do? If I tell you close your eye right now, the mind starts to run all over the place. And some people who claustrophobic, you put them in a room, you can't tell them close their eye. Because they might mash down the whole room just to get out. Because they cannot stand to be in a enclosed space that have people with them at all times. So this is what he's telling you. It is more difficult for those who choose to worship God without a form. Right? It takes a lot more effort. On the other hand, those who depended exclusively on me and surrender in all actions to me, worship me, constantly meditating on me with single-minded devotion, these, Arjuna, I speedily deliver from the ocean of birth and death, their mind being fixed on me. Therefore, fix your mind on me and establish your intellect in me alone. Therefore, you will abide solely in me. There is no doubt about it. If you cannot steadily fix the mind on me, Arjuna, then seek to attain me through the yoga of repeated practice. What is repeated practice? Just taking the name of the Lord. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Whatever way, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. This is how simple Kali Yuga is to attain God. Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, you have to do penance for thousands of years. that attain God. And this one I tell you simple. Chant the name of God. Whatever form of God you believe God to be to you. Take that name of God. That is all you have to do. Focus the mind. Whatever you're going to do it as an offering to God. You're going to cook food. You're cooking, you're going to cook. You're telling yourself you're going to make food for the Lord. So you place your mind and focus it in that food. Not only be barbarian and making a sort of noise when you're cooking. And when you're done, what you think you put into that food? Is the negative energy that you're letting out is what going into the food. And when the people eat it, what do you think they're going to get? They will become peaceful. The people in the house will become more and more agitated. That is simple, all you have to do. Whatever you're going to do, he tell you, do it as an act of offering to him. When we're going to do puja for God, every day is going to be at the calmest and the most pleasant at that time. So why we can't practice it every day? This is what he's telling you. God don't want nothing for you except the mind to focus on him. When you come off your bed, when your eye open in the morning, try to take the name of the Lord. When you're coming off the bed, you do the same. You're going to bed, you're going to eat, you leave home on a journey. He said, take his name. And he said, do it in reverse. He said, and one day to come, you wouldn't have to think. When the name registers automatically, that is the day you get moksha. And when you get moksha or acquire liberation at that time, you could choose to leave this body when you want. You'd rather wait on the destined time that was allotted to you now. You could choose when you want to leave. By just focusing everything to God. But we do, this is the hardest thing to do. Because if you get up in the morning and you don't hear the alarm and you run late, and somebody come to wake you up, how will you behave? It's your fault you didn't hear the alarm, and you're blaming the people for not waking you up. You drive out the road and a man give you a bad drive, what coming out your mouth? And we just say we fasting. We don't say ram ram. We just say everything except that. So this is what he's telling you. Try. Practice this every day to take his name while you're healthy and going into old age. So that when the moment of death comes, you wouldn't have to think to take the name of the Lord. You'll be able to take it freely so that you'll have no coming back into this world. Because one thing he tells Arjuna, he said the thought you have at the moment of death is what you're coming back as. So if you're studying the house and the land and the money, you're coming back to fight for house, land, and money in the next life. You're not going to change. He said, but practice it every day from young so that when that time comes, you'll be able to take the name of the Lord without doubt. He said, not on that day, it have no coming back into this world. You're going to be one with God. But like I say, it's the hardest thing to do. But how simple it is to find God. You chant the name of the Lord and you try to practice taking the name of the Lord all the time. Nothing else you have to do, you know. Well, the puja and everything we do in here is to help we, but it is, if you practice what I simply tell you, you don't need to do anything else in life. You get God with that. A simple thing like getting up in the morning and you offering tarpan on behalf of your ancestors could plead you to God. You don't need to do puja. Because they say when you do ancestral worship, it is greater than doing Devta and Devi worship. This is why for the next 10 days, they're going to tell you don't light no hot behind your house. Don't practice your normal routine. Just do the rituals on behalf of the soul. Because that is higher than doing Devta and Devi worship. This is why they tell you, do not do normal Devta and Devi worship because you have no benefit to get at that time when you're doing Pitri offering. This is why they sell it all idea during the 10 days. Because if you're doing a higher form and a lower form, where the benefit going to come, not the higher form and not from the lower form. This is why they tell us suspend your normal routines. And this is all that Lord Krishna is telling you in the entire of chapter 12 is how to live, to acquire him, to attain him. Chant the name of the Lord. Take the name, continuous repetition of that name. And that will take you where you have to go. And like I say, it's the hardest thing to do because what we just study in this world today, the house, the land, the money, the motor car, and at the end of the day, you're fighting for all of this and where it's going. Check this box. You put the line above your pocket, you're going to do nothing. Except the karma that we perform in this life. If Bobby didn't have somebody to bathe him, dress him, or put gas suit or clothes for him, I think Bobby would be in a state in his box today. The first bath is given by somebody and the last is also given by somebody. But in between both and that, we just feel that we're so powerful and great that you don't need anybody. But we forget. We just forget to have a time when you was unable to do anything, and you have a time coming when you might be able to do anything for yourself. You're still depending on people. Because Bobby didn't just jump up from the ice box and put on clothes and lie down in his coffin. It takes people to do that and to put them in the box. And it takes 6 hours to tote the box and put it here today to do this rites. And it takes 6 of them again to tote the box to carry it. So what are we really proud of? What are we so great and believe that we're greater than somebody else? I can remember my father told me when he was young, that this fella had money. Real rich. And he used to treat people real bad. And when he died in the house, nobody was there. When the undertaker and them come to, they want help. You know the people in the village don't want to tell them? They tell the undertaker. He says, see if he money go pick him up and carry him. And nobody assists in moving that body. They leave it, they say, well, you walk, you take it and see if the money go carry him, because all he believed was money would have make he everything. And either they leave everything behind because nothing is going with you. So there's just two things you have to do in this life. Take the name of the Lord, chant it in whatever way you want. Practice it every day. That will take it to God. I ain't saying that job and money is not important. We need it to sustain we live in, but not in the way we just want to do it. Somehow if we could make 24 hours and don't have to come home, but remain in that job, we could do it. Because we so feel we attached to that job. But let me tell you something, the day you get sick, and you tell them, well, I can't come back out to work the next, by evening they don't replace you, you know. I was working Coca-Cola and the boss called to me, very important. I said, but you don't reflect in my paycheck. Let me see it. They say, hey, I have a meeting done, you go up the road. I say, boss, if I fall down in the morning and they're only going to replace me, so don't tell me I'm important. Only just a tool for me to be using for it to make all the money. When they had meeting, they said, try not to have mini meeting. So nothing in this world that you're killing yourself for, you're going to carry it to the end of the day. Except your karma, the good or bad that you do. At this time, I wouldn't explain off all the verses now, 10 o'clock. We're leaving about the next 15 minutes. So you have to reach before 11:30 the bottle, right? So at this time, I'll ask Anta again to do one bhajan, and then if anybody want to say anything still, floor will still be open. And after that, while the bhajan is going on, those who didn't view the body, I want to come and view the body and offer flowers. It is open for you to come and do that at this point in time. Who want to come and offer flowers and view the body? Oh, he will do it. Look there, giving it the mic, to pick up. Sorry. Sorry. Right? Yeah.
Shri Radhe Govinda, Bhajman Shri Radhe. 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 Shri Radhe Govinda, Braj Man 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 Shri Radhe. Shriman Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Shriman Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Shriman Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Shriman Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Hari Om Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Hari Om Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Srimad Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Srimad Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Srimad Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Srimad Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Hari Om Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Hari Om Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Lakshmi Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Lakshmi Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Lakshmi Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Hari Om Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Sriman Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Sriman Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Sorry. Huh? Good. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Right. At this time, we'll do the final set of mantras before we proceed to the Waterloo cremation site. So after the set of mantras, I would just ask you all from on this side to please come by the gate. They want to bring the dog across, right? So after the mantras, you could all come on this way. But let me do the set of mantras first. Oh. ॐ प्रेहि प्रेहि पतिभिः पूर्यानैर्येन ते पूर्वे पितरः परेतः उभराजनौ स्वधाय मधन्तो यमम् पश्यसि वरुणं च देवम् ॐ यमो नो गातुं प्रथमो विदेध विवेवानैषाघव्युर् तीरपभर्तव्यौ यत्र नः पूर्वापितर परेतायेनः यज्ञानपत्या अनस्वभः संगच्छस्व पितृभिः संयमेन इष्टपूर्तेन परमेन व्योमन् हित्वा यवत्यं पुनस्तमेहि संगच्छतं तन्वा सुवर्चन ॐ सूर्यं चक्षुर्गच्छतु वात्मात्माध्यं च गच्छ पितृवी च धर्मना आपो वा गच्छयति तत्र ते हितम् औषधीषु प्रतिष्ठिता शरीरैः ॐ सोमायेकेभ्यः पवत्ते घृतामेक उपासते येभ्यो मधु प्रधावति तांसि देवापि गच्छातात ॐ अनादिनिर्धनो देवः शङ्खचक्रगदाधर अक्षय पुण्डरीकाक्षः प्रेतमोक्षप्रदो भव ॐ कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालो त्वं गतिनां गतिर्भव संसारार्मग्नानां प्रसीद पुरुषोत्तमम् ॐ तत्सत् प्रेत आत्मा शान्तिः ॐ तत्सत् प्रेत आत्मा शान्तिः ॐ तत्सत् प्रेत आत्मा शान्तिः श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय right at this time we will organize
I know peso no. So me figure no do.
It off, right?
No, this one not. Yeah, the one day.
Oh. You want to take it off until
Yeah.
we do my commissions?
Oh, you finish it? Alright.
Yeah, this is done for you. Yeah, the man going in with the chicken. Put comment first, right? When you tell all you. When you sit down, you give him one pin down to bring to the
Don't go back. Mike, man.
Yeah.
Excellent job. Mais remarque ça. चंदा ने पूछा तारों से, तारों ने पूछा हजारों से। चंदा ने पूछा तारों से, तारों ने पूछा हजारों से। सबसे प्यारा कौन है? मेरे पापा, तेरे पापा। ये मेरे पापा की दोस्त है।
अब तो बैठेगा फिर।
एक दूसरे की जान है, इसका प्यार यहाँ की शान है। ओ प्यारी सदा मुझे हो, दिल सागर ने पूछा नैया से, नैया ने पूछा कि भैया से।
Now start.